In the summer of 2005, residents of the small coastal village of Nitchura, Japan, logged into their computers one morning to discover something impossible. Every single digital trace of their lives had vanished. Social media accounts, email histories, online photos, everything associated with Nitchura's 12,000 inhabitants had been wiped clean. Friends and family across the country received error messages when trying to message them. Websites once brimming with local news and community forums now returned empty, unregistered pages. Panic spread as journalists arrived, cameras in hand, to document the confusion. Local police found no evidence of a sophisticated hacker group or a coordinated cyber attack. Instead, every computer terminal, every server linked to Nitchura, displayed the same blank login screens. The village's official website, maintained by volunteer webmasters, simply ceased to exist. Attempts to access archived versions met with 404 errors. Even the National Internet Authority shrugged. There was no precedent for a disappearing population, both online and off. By noon, neighbors realized the situation was more than a mere outage. Visiting relatives found unfilled mailboxes and empty homes. Landline phones no longer rang. Cell towers in Nitchura showed active signals, but no outgoing or incoming calls. On the streets, shops stood open with lights on, cash registers untouched since the night before. There was no sign of forced entry, no abandoned vehicles, no noise or activity, just the eerie hum of humming fluorescent bulbs and the distant crash of waves against the shoreline. Journalists and investigators combed through personal devices in every home. Laptops were unlocked, documents intact, but every link, every bookmark to social media or community groups pointed to non-existent servers. Hard drives revealed no traces of recent data transfers or mass deletion scripts. It was as if all online identities had been erased at their source, simultaneously, across dozens of platforms. By evening, a grim silence settled over the village. A single patrol car circled the main square, its headlights illuminating a community frozen in limbo. No one could contact their loved ones. No one could send a single message to reassure them they were safe. In Tokyo, worried relatives pressed the authorities for answers. Government officials called for calm, insisting that Nitchura residents were physically unharmed, visible in their homes, but completely unreachable online. Over the next 48 hours, the world's internet security experts pored over logs from major data centers. They discovered that nearly 2 petabytes of data had been deleted from servers associated with Nitchura accounts. Images, messages, contact lists, everything. The deletion pathways pointed to an automated process, originating from a series of IP addresses that belonged to a forgotten batch of servers in a decommissioned data farm. Those servers had been offline for months. Who reactivated them? Who engineered a mass purge that extended beyond one village to erase the very memory of a community's digital footprint? Local elders recalled a rumor from the late 1990s. A mysterious figure known only as the Archivist claimed that digital lives were fragmenting human connection. According to whispered stories, he threatened to reset a community's online presence if they did not reject social media entirely. Most dismissed it as folklore born of the early internet's unease. But now, amidst Nitchura's empty chat rooms and vanished email threads, the legend seemed to undulate beneath the surface. A breakthrough came when a freelance cryptographer managed to restore a single deleted page from an encrypted cache. A snapshot of Nitchura's community bulletin from July 2004, announcing a harvest festival. It showed hundreds of photos of smiling neighbors, local musicians, children playing, proof that before the reset, Nitchura's digital record had been rich and vibrant. The page displayed a footer, hosted by SakuraNet, serving coastal communities since 1998. SecuriNet's headquarters, however, reported that their logs contained no record of traffic or activity from Nitchura after May 2005. It was as if their servers forgot the village ever existed. Theories multiplied. Some believed a secret government experiment tested the limits of digital identity erasure, studying how an online community could be disconnected from the broader network. Others speculated about a cult of technophobes, armed with custom malware designed to target one specific village. A fringe group pointed to the possibility of a digital graviton beam, an unverified technology that could disrupt data at its atomic level, leaving no trace of email or social media behind. Meanwhile, inside Nitchura, life continued unchanged on the surface. Families ate dinner together, children played soccer in empty fields, and fishermen docked their boats at the harbor, all the routines of daily life unfolding as if the digital world did not exist. Local high school students, once inseparable from their cell phones, stared at blank screens in confusion. Shopkeepers handed out printed receipts in stacks, and community meetings moved back to physical bulletin boards and handwritten flyers. By the third week, journalists tired of the silence. International attention waned as faster headlines emerged elsewhere. The blank pages in news archives became placeholders for a story that defied explanation. Nitchura's officials declared a digital rebirth day and encouraged residents to create new email accounts, social media profiles, and websites from scratch. Crowdsourced fundraising launched efforts to rebuild the village's online presence, but many residents refused, insisting that the true lesson was to live offline. To this day, Nitchura's digital footprint remains fragmented. Scattered posts on obscure forums, fan pages on foreign servers, and a handful of personal blogs host scraps of memory, photographs from summer barbecues, scanned letters from grandparents, and rebuild efforts from local enthusiasts. Yet no centralized database or archive holds the complete story. What erased Nitchura's online identity? Was it a warning from a technophobic prophet, a government test, or an unknown force operating beyond our current understanding of the internet? The mystery lingers, reminding us how fragile our digital selves can be and how, in an instant, a community can be erased from the world's collective memory. If this mystery blew your mind, hit like and subscribe for more hidden truths and unsolved stories. This is Before It's Gone. Uncovering the truth, one mystery at a time.